Hello everyone, welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection and welcome to Ty's Top 10 of Moving Parts 2023. I have, 10 vehicles to show you. This is in at number 10, not a car, a van, but don't worry, we'll be looking at more than 10 cars. I think I've got about 30 or 40 to show you. But in at number 10 for the 2023 Moving Parts is the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter with that stonking great opening part or moving part. I love it. It's like when you're at school and you got a relief teacher for the day and the relief teacher turned out to be so much more fun than your regular teacher. This is kind of what this is like. It doesn't even feel like Matchbox. It's heavy, it's big. Wow. There's your base. Was a new casting, so onwards and upwards for the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter in Moving Parts. And you've got that metal sound when it rattles. Fantastic. That's number 10. I don't have any support acts for that because it's unique. I could have bought the Chrysler Caravan or Voyage or whatever out, but I didn't. Number 9. This flashy little number. There were two, weren't there? It's boring twin sister. I kind of like that because it seems more in keeping with the era. Oops. Not going to focus too much on the moving parts because, take them or leave them. But they're just great castings. This one's the 63 Ford F100. About 17 tons of truck coming at you. Pretty slowly, but still coming at you. Yeah, I was sort of and ahhing about which one to bring on as number 9, but because if you go for that one, it's like, you're a chick going to a nightclub and you're dancing away and you're having a good time, and then your twin sister turns up in a pretty dress, So, yeah, we'll go with that one. But the support act can go behind. Like that, in the shadows, like that twin sister. Number 8 is the Mitsubishi Celeste. Is that the Lancer Celeste? Yes, Mitsubishi Lancer Celeste with the opening hood. The opening hood, like I say, take them or leave them. It's just a great casting. Chrome base. It's got that very 70s brown. Black interior, happily. No open windows, but not a new casting. First one was the yellow. And of course the Matchbox Mattel Creations fancied her up in blue with rubber tyres, etc. So I'll pop them there. But yeah, that is number 8. Mitsubishi Celeste, Lancer Celeste. Number 7 is the 2020 BMW M4 Cabriolet with the fantastic interior. I've loved this casting ever since they brought it out. It's the third colour in red. Before that we got, I'll try and remember the order of these things. I think that was the first one. Nice wheels on that one too, and they kept the wheels for this one. And then they did a switcheroo on us for the red one. But I love the interior colour on that one too. I think that was the order they came in. It doesn't really matter. I'll just jumble up the back row and bring the stars forward. 10, 9, 8, 7 and the Beamer. Little jewels, aren't they? Number 6 doesn't have a backup crew either because it's a new casting. There are plenty of Teslas in the lineup or in the collection, probably over 20 now. But here we have the stock standard base level Model 3. If that door stays open for me, I'll be quite happy. Built well. They don't want to stay open, but they love to shut. Beautiful. The action on that is just sublime. It's always a bugbear, isn't it, when you're opening and opening part, or moving part, and you're just wondering if it's going to close properly. Don't have to wonder on this thing. I'd rather be closed. Magic. I love it. Such a cool thing. Too many reds. Let's mix it up. What are we up to already? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, look at this. I did a switcheroo just before I turned the camera on, so all my backup artists, my backup singers are muddled in the tray beside me, because I wasn't sure. As it gets closer to number one, I just wasn't sure. I was always sure about number one itself, but not in the lead up to it. This one's the Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. Love it. Just, there's nothing I don't really like about this thing. They got the wheels right. I think they got the doors as good as the Tesla. Oh, so satisfying. And such a pretty looking car. It's backup crew. It came out in red, but not my favourite. I like the wheels, but this one does it for me. This one, and a few more Porsches because, well, we can. Different castings, but sublime. There's another one in the collection, almost exactly the same as this, and the windows aren't tinted, so I've kept it because I'm not sure whether it's a variant or a mistake by Matchbox. Don't really care because I like them in the collection. A few more Carreras just to pretty up the table. Bit of colour therapy. It's from way back. That's about 2000 with that on, isn't it? Cool wheels too. I've stopped putting those wheels on cars. Really suits that one and that one. Not a lot to say about that interior. The seats and everything are okay, and then you look at that steering wheel and it's like, ew. But I still like the car very much. Number 4, this was a no-brainer to get into the top 10, but it shuffled around positions in the end, and now holds the 4th spot. It's got the opening part, of course it's got the opening part, but not very good. But the rest of it, I love the shape, I love the colour, the wheel suit. It's a great big vehicle, and I've reproduced it really well. It's a 2022 Lexus LX. For those who like a silent, smooth ride, just a bit above everybody else. Not sure about the grills these days on Lexus. Yeah, might grow on me by the time they bring the new one out. Its support crew, Lexus is having a bit of a showing with Matchbox, which is good. It's moving parts as well, but it didn't quite make the lineup, sadly. And that's kind of the shape of things to come with Toyota. It's poor cousin, isn't it? That muscular look, they call it, and the Hilux as well. Toyotas are looking very good these days. Lexus, but that is the posh end of the scale. Number 3 already. I love this thing. It first came out in the Matchbox Collector's Series, the Mattel Creations, and not sure what they did with the colour, and they blacked out the windshield, well, all windows actually, so not sure what they were thinking with that, but didn't they get it right this time? So nice. I've seen the 2024 one. It's a stonker as well. It'll go very well next to this in the collection, but here we have the 2023 version, and it is the 2023 Nissan Z, or Z, if that's how you say it. Just love it. Just love it. Put the runner up there, or the oldie there. Almost out of shot. Oh, the backup singers. That's the old Z, isn't it? 2003 copyright. Still a good looking vehicle. And before that, still in the Z's, we had that fella. That's the Premier version. Very similar to the mainline, but less flash everything. Sweet. Number 2. This was no surprise, although you might have thought this was going to be number 1 the way I dribbled all over the table every time I showed you it. It's the Bentley. Oh my lord. There is something about this car. Bentley Continental. 2022 copyright. New casting. Not sure about the driver's area, but the rest of the interior looks good, especially when you close the doors. There's no slam shut like on the Porsche and Tesla, but they do close perfectly. Bentley on the license plate. Great colour, great wheels. Wow. Love it. The colour, the interior, everything. Just spot on. It's buddies. I wasn't actually sure if I was looking at a Matchbox car the first time I saw the non-opening doors one, because, well, I'd never seen them before. This is going back some time, 5 or 6 years I suppose, and I saw it in somebody else's collection and I thought, oh, he's modelled up his collection. Fool. But no, these are all Matchbox. You might have known that from the get-go, but I was a bit miffed. I like that colour. That's if you're flashy rich. If you're you want to get lost in the crowd, but you like your cars, probably that colour or that colour. Such a good-looking vehicle. Brown. If you're a bit of an older gent, that's a nice one. This is the colour if you take everything seriously. It's a beauty. Classy, really classy. And this one for the wife. Nice choice of colour with the interior as well. On all of these, they just suit so well to the paint job. And a white one. I was about to jam a thuggish finger in there to open the door for you, but these are not opening parts. These are just the backups. Ooh, you can't put that there with that. Put that there. Oh, get out front of the star. I'll have to do a little pan around. Number 1 might surprise you. It did me because, as I say, I shuffled these quite a bit before the camera started rolling. This is more of a relief than, geez, and this is a nice car, so forgive me. Yeah, I'll just show you. It's this one, number 1. I love it. I was more relieved. I heard that they were bringing it out, and I thought, don't you screw up my favourite car of all time. One of my favourite cars of all time. It's this one. Isn't she a beauty? Yeah, 450. But here we have it again. Opening parts, the doors, pizza base for a steering wheel. They close. They don't slam shut, but they close. It's good. Basic wheels, but you wouldn't put anything flashy on this. I love the colour. Understated, I think they call it. Even the detailing on the back is understated. If they had have gone bright colours there, it would have mucked up the whole thing. There are so many things they could have done to screw this up, but they didn't. And that's why it's number 1, because if they had have, I might have turned to Hot Wheels. I mean, maybe not that extreme, but the variants of the original. I should have bought one without the chips. I got about 4 of them. I just grabbed one out of the taxi drawer. And of course the cops had to have a say, the Polizei, and there are varying shades of green for the German police service, and of course the Bulgarian one gets a bit of a mention. Don't worry, if you don't have this in your collection, you may never find it, like all the Bulgarian variants. Let's shuffle the well wishes out of the way. We'll take a little step back. I'll have to shuffle back myself in my studio bar stool. Bring out the stars. You get back. Without muddling up the order. What a year 2023 was for Matchbox. What a year it was for collectors. My word. My very word. Get over here. Here you go. Oh, wow. I hope you enjoyed the show. You probably don't agree with my top 10 because it's so personal, isn't it? I mean, who would have thunk? But there are some obvious ones that should be in the top 10 that are there, and maybe your top 1 isn't even in my top 10, but vice versa. You know, as I say, it's very personal. It's a very introverted hobby, but so enjoyable to share what's what with others like-minded, like you. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.